Hey guys, welcome back to Life with C. In this video, I'll be taking you guys through a full scoring workout that I like to do. Part of my game that I'm really trying to develop is finishing, so that's what I'm going to be working on here. As you can see, I start off by doing some form shooting. I like to do 50 form shots, so doing middle, left, right, and also off the glass, high off the glass to really work on my touch. Once I complete my form shooting, I then move into stretching. It's not good to get into static stretching immediately before you work out, so I like to get the heart pumping, get my blood flowing, and do a little bit of light working out, and then I stretch my muscles. So holding each stretch for 10 seconds, trying not to move too much because that would increase my risk of injury. So making sure that I'm staying focused, and then once I finish that, I move into some ball handling. 2 basketballs is great, but if you have one will also work. So doing some high pounds, low pounds, doing some movement, so going up and down with it, making sure that you keep your eyes up, making sure you're not swaying and rocking your body too much to really focus on your balance, and just simulating as if you're in a real game, going hard, training. When you're by yourself, that's when you should really be pushing yourself the most. I like to do ball handling for about 10 minutes before I move into the actual finishing workout. So for each finishing drill, I like to do 5 makes on the left and the right. So here I was working on snaking the screen. So using the trash can, simulating that I'm coming off a screen, hesitation into a left hand layup or a right hand layup, whatever you do to the left side. Like I said, we're going to be doing to the right side. And again, just simulating as if I'm in a game, as if there's a defender, making sure that I'm really selling that hesitation move, selling my eyes to the rim, using that offhand to swipe and get into the rim, exploding, and also using change of pace. That is something I want to improve in my game as well. After completing each drill on the left and the right, I like to do 2 free throw makes. If I miss a free throw, then I have to drop down and do push-ups. It's just a way for me to stay disciplined in my training and to really push myself. And I struggled with doing push-ups for a very long time. So the more I do them, the easier they become and the stronger that I am getting. Utilizing that offhand is very important. You could get by your defenders a lot easier doing that. Like I said, finishing is a huge part of my game that I want to improve. Attacking the basket, exploding to the rim. I usually have the speed advantage on my opponents. And in my past, I would settle for a lot of jump shots. But I'm realizing that with that advantage and having a go-to move, so my go-to move is doing the floater or doing my jab and pulling up for a shot, pulling up for a 3 or for a mid-range. Having a go-to move that you work on consistently, but also having other moves in your arsenal will be very effective. So here I'm working on my spin move. I don't like to do the spin move because I feel like I'm always off balance. But as I said before, working on your weaknesses and adding more moves to my bag. So here I'm adding the spin move, simulating that the trash can is a defender. Something that is very helpful in my training that helps me to see progress and to notice that I am getting better is by having an imagination. When you're working out, you have to have an imagination and you have to push yourself and simulate that it's a real game. So I mentioned about having that speed and that quickness advantage. So here I'm working on the double cross. So doing a punch dribble. I did mess up, but that's okay. Messing up shows that you're trying and it shows that you are improving, because if you're not messing up, if everything is easier, then you're not getting any better. So doing that double cross, doing the punch dribble and using the trash can as a defender to do a double cross, and then exploding, taking one big dribble and exploding to the rim. Doing that for 5 makes on the left and the right side. Another move that I want to utilize effectively is my retreat dribble. So here I'm retreating and then I'm using change of pace and change of speed. So doing a retreat dribble and then tween to the basket, exploding to the basket. I do want to point out that I am also extremely sore, so make sure you guys are taking care of your body. It's really hard for me to stay low, to load up into my shot, and to stay low on my drive and really get my shoulder down because I am so sore. But in the future, you guys, make sure that you're staying low and make sure that you're working on your fundamentals. And you don't want to just be cruising by in your training. You want to take your training very serious, because when no one is watching you, that is the most important and the most crucial time for you to get better. I then conclude my workout making 10 free throws in a row, and then I get into some stretching. So I like to have the tennis ball. The tennis ball is really helpful to release any pain that I have in my foot, and also using the resistance band to stretch my hamstrings. And at the end of all my videos, I like to close out with the quote of the day. And the quote of the day is, sometimes you have to let go to see if there was anything worth holding on to. Take care, guys.